Reporting for Studio G, I'm Shirelle Moore.
For Studio G, I'm Shirelle Moore.
Reporting for Studio G, I'm Shirelle Moore.
My name is Percy Lucille. I'm 47, and I became homeless. When I was coming up, I was raised up on a farm on a big old plantation. I've been homeless now for like about 20-some years now or more.
Percy lives in many places, including cemeteries, abandoned homes, churches, and tents in the deserts.
Why do you like living out here?
Because it was peaceful and quiet out here. I ain't had to worry about looking over my back, worrying about somebody doing something to me until they destroyed my tent, destroyed the tent I was living in, my home. This is where my tent used to sit at right here, and I had my bags and clothes behind it. I had some of my clothes and my sprays and stuff inside the tent. I had my barbecue pit right there.
Living life on the streets of Las Vegas has not been easy for this man, but he's come up with a way to earn a little extra cash.
I'd cut their yard, trim bushes, whatever needed to be done. Hustling down yards and stuff, picking cans and going in dumpsters and stuff, getting recycling out the dumpsters and stuff for money to survive off. I go around and ask people, and other people tell other people how good I work.
There are many challenges Percy faces living life without a permanent place to stay.
A lot of challenges, like I have to, be aware and watch who follow me, make sure, I don't get in a conversation with some of the other homeless people. It's really hard being homeless when you make everybody turn their back against you when you're out there doing wrong.
Even through all of his trials, there is still hope for the future.
They approved my SSI now, so I can, get me a place to stay and live now, so I can be able to get my own place and support myself and start my life over again. I just got to get my life back correct.
For Studio G, I'm Shirelle Moore. Parking has always been a problem at UNLV. It's caused so much of a ruckus that some students have resorted to off-site parking in residential neighborhoods.
My experiences with parking at UNLV has pretty much been horrible. My reasonings for going to off-site parking are there not enough spots, or the spots that I get to are further away than the off-site parking would be.
I've seen students parking in residential areas quite often, and it's really not something that you can get away from, with the exception of doing like parking bans. It's those students that want to park for free, and they're trying to get free parking.
But how do those people that live in these neighborhoods truly feel?
It's not been too much of a hassle to us, because we parked within 3 or 4 car lengths of right here in front. We've heard complaints from some of the other people that, students run away, we can't park there, but then it seems like it blows over. As far as my understanding is it's a public street, so anybody can park there if they want to.
Many students complain about parking, but UNLV's Director of Parking Services has this advice for students.
We focus a lot on alternative transportation, such as car sharing and carpooling. We have the car program called Zipcar on campus. Each day we have approximately 600 to 900 dedicated spaces out in front here. And with that, there isn't anybody that should have trouble finding a parking place.
When asked about parking, many students shared other concerns, such as small garages and inconvenient locations.
Well, I think the parking is a little bit difficult, especially in the parking garages, because they're really close quarters, so it's hard to turn, especially when it's almost time for your class and you don't get here in the early morning. There's a lot of people taking up space. If you find a space, you might get it stolen from you.
Luckily for those attending UNLV, Parking Services may have a few surprises up their sleeves for the upcoming school years.
We're in the process of increasing the size of the free lot by 128 spaces. We're putting in a new parking lot over southwest of the preschool. Now that lot will initially be designated as staff parking.
Signing off for Studio G, I'm Shirelle Moore. Their first Mr. Silver Rose male beauty pageant right here at UNLV.
So the Mrs. Silver Rose pageant, the purpose behind it was to raise funds for a scholarship that I'm giving out to someone in my community. So I decided to collaborate with my lovely Nabzet in hosting this pageant at UNLV for the first time.
7 men fought hard for the right to be deemed Mr. Silver Rose. The evening included a fashion show, question and answer section, a push-up contest, and a count contest, which everyone was talking about.
My favorite part was the talent, because I didn't get to see it during rehearsals. It kind of fun to surprise everybody. So I was definitely impressed by the contestants. They did on a great show.
This had a lot of preparation, because we're sold 2 months in advance, as well as at the door. So with the first Mr. Silver Rose, Gimlock could not feel more accomplished.
So I was the director and the coordinator of this pageant. So it was really hard to putting the pageant together, especially that I have to be a judge as well. So I don't really want to go backstage and make sure everything's going smoothly, but my judges did a great job to take care of everything, and they really helped me out a lot to put on the show.
In the air, I was able to take home the crown.
Let's go, Silver Rose goes to
put a lot of work into it. My brother definitely came out and supported me. He came out and supported me, my counsel. So I'm just really excited about the opportunity to represent for this organization. I've really put a lot of work into it. It's not about the title, it's about the cause. So being able to search it up, I'm like really happy about it. It was a really nice and fun experience. Being able to hang out with the other guys, joke around, it was a beautiful experience in my opinion.